Several hours after placing my bid, I received an email saying that I had been outbid on my Buffy the Vampire Slayer auction. I'm still interested in purchasing one of these sets, so I'm going to go back to eBay and conduct another search. I'll go to the very top of the page, and again I'll search for Buffy Vampire Slayer Collection. This time I'm not going to bid on an auction. Instead, I'm going to look for a buy it now price so I do not have to wait until the end of the auction. At the top of the search results, we see three tabs. One says All Items, Auctions, and Buy It Now. All items list both auctions and buy it now items. If I click on Auctions, it will show only the items that are up for auction. If I click on Buy It Now, it will show items that have a fixed price and items for auction that also have a Buy It Now price. Today we have 18 items found with a Buy It Now option. If I scroll down, we can see the prices: $129.99, $103, $129. I'm going to take a closer look at this auction. The seller says it's complete and it's a new item in good condition. The seller does accept PayPal. That's a good sign. The shipping rate is $9.99, which is very reasonable. I'm going to go back and take a look at the seller's feedback. The seller has a pretty good feedback rating of 3,750 with a 99.8% positive, and that's very good. Members who left negative feedback are 6, and I can see in the past 6 months he's received 3 of those 6. In the past 12 months, 5. Scrolling through his feedback, I see a lot of positives and no negatives. This is a good sign. Even though I don't know what these 3 complaints were about, there were only 3 complaints out of almost 1,400 sales. I'm going to look at an older auction for this seller and compare the way it looks to the way his current auction looks. If they look different, that would indicate that this seller is not the same person that posted the current auction. If they look the same, then it's most likely the same person. Here I have an old auction for this seller offering a Nintendo Wii for $419. And I can see immediately that this auction looks the same. I'm going to click the back button to return to the original auction. This seller looks pretty good. He does accept PayPal, which gives me some buyer protection. I always prefer dealing with a seller who accepts PayPal. If there is a problem and the seller is unwilling to resolve it, I can go through PayPal to file a complaint. The price is $129, which is a price I'd be willing to pay. I've checked the feedback on the seller, and he has good feedback. He does not have any recent negative feedback. This auction looks like his previous auctions, so I have no reason to believe that this account's been hijacked. There's nothing unusual in the auction, and he doesn't demand any unusual payment terms. I'm satisfied with this seller, so I'm going to click Buy It Now to make my purchase. This seller has a quantity available of 2, but I only want 1, so I'm going to make sure that I have 1 selected and click Continue. This is the final step. When I click Commit to Buy, I will be obligated to pay for this item. Everything looks good in this summary. I like the price, the shipping's reasonable, and he accepts PayPal, and there's nothing in the auction to really set off any alarm bells. So I'm going to click Commit to Buy. I just purchased this item. You'll see that the Pay Now button appears. I'm going to go ahead and click Pay Now so I can pay online. The next screen shows my shipping address, which is where I want the item shipped to, shows the item, and it summarizes the price, shipping, and sales tax. As I scroll down to confirm payment method, PayPal is already an option, so I'm going to click Continue. I'll enter my login information. Before I click the login button, I'm going to double check and make sure I'm at the real PayPal website by looking for the HTTPS at the start of the URL. I can see that this one does start with HTTPS, www.paypal.com/. It's important that that be the very first part of the URL. You can also see the security locks enabled. I'll now click Login. The payment form automatically appeared with everything filled out. This is because eBay passed along the shipping information, the item number, and additional pricing information. I make sure that my address is correct. This is where I want the item shipped. I make sure the product is correct, and this is my new Buffy Vampire Slayer collection. The price is also correct. When I click the Pay button, $150.70 will be transferred from my PayPal account to the seller's PayPal account. I know that I already have enough money in my PayPal account to cover this payment. If I did not have enough money, I would receive a notice and be prompted to pay by credit card or bank transfer. Since I already have the money in my account, all I have to do is click Pay. Your payment of $150.70 to the seller is complete. You will receive an email receipt for this transaction shortly. This completes the payment process. Now the seller has been paid, and I can expect my item to arrive in about 10 days. If I scroll down, I can see the View My PayPal Account button. Clicking this button will take me to my PayPal page where I can review this payment. On my account overview page, you can see where I just made this payment for $150.70. If I want more details, I can click on the Details button. This shows more information on this transaction, including the eBay item number, the product description, and the price. I'm finished with this page now. My transaction is complete, so I'm going to close my browser. "4 days after completing the auction for the Buffy the Vampire Slayer DVD set, I received my product. It was exactly as represented, it was well packed, and it was brand new.